Okay, and I will share my screen. Okay. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to our online class for today here at Sarasasam Science School. My name is Teacher Carla, and today our subject is in science for Matayong 3. Good afternoon, everybody. How are you? Good afternoon,
Thank
class.
you.
Okay, thank you. I'm also doing good. Okay, let's begin our vocabulary by reading our class by reading first the vocabulary. Okay, so we will do it in word wall. Okay, so we have the vocabulary words and also our dictation in word wall flip tiles. Okay, let's begin, everybody. Okay, let's shuffle the words. Okay, for our vocabulary, please repeat after me. Let's read. First word is inhaling. Everybody repeat after me, inhaling. Matayong 3.
Again.
Again, inhaling.
Inhaling.
Okay, let's spell together. I-N-H.
S-A-L-A-N-T.
Very good, inhaling. Okay, the others, Yana Wood, 3113, please also read together with us. The second vocabulary words is diaphragm. Everybody, diaphragm.
Diagram.
Okay, let's spell together. D-I-P-H.
S-I-A-T-M. Diagram.
Very good. Okay, Yana Wood, Natapong, please read together. Our third vocabulary word.
Oxygen.
Okay, oxygen. Very good. How do you spell oxygen, everybody?
Y-T-E-N.
Okay, very good. Oxygen. Now let's try to spell it again on our dictation, or we can practice writing in a piece of paper or in your notebook, but later on we will also write it in the live worksheet. Okay, so again, let's try to spell the word. Okay, let's flip the tile. Can you please spell diaphragm again?
D-I.
Okay, what's next?
A.
Okay, okay,
S.
okay.
T.
After P-H, R, okay.
T. M.
Okay, very good. Let's see if it's correct. Diaphragm is? Okay, good job. Okay, so that's our first dictation word that you will write in the live worksheet. Now let's move on to the second dictation word. Let's practice. Okay, let's flip the tile. Can you please spell the word oxygen?
O. X. Y.
G-E-N.
Okay, let's see if it's correct. O-X-Y-G-E-N is? Correct.
Oxygen.
Very good. And the last one, okay, look at the word. Let's flip the tile and let's practice the spelling. How do you spell inhaling again?
Inhaling.
Okay, I-N.
I-N. S.
S.
A.
Okay.
L.
H-A-I.
ING.
Okay, L-I-N-G. Let's see if it's correct. Inhaling is? Okay, inhaling. Very good. So that's it for our dictation. Please remember the three words: diaphragm, oxygen, and inhaling. Okay. Okay, thank you so much for participating in our dictation. Now let's move on to our topic. Okay, so we are talking about our bodies, right? We are talking about the systems, organ systems that works together in our body that perform a certain task. Okay, and right now we are moving on to the next organ system. Okay, but the question is, what does your respiratory system do? Okay, we will find out the answer for this question on our topic. Okay, in Unit 1, the digestive system. Okay, respiratory system. Everybody, please get your books and open it on page 2. Okay, page 2. It's beside the digestive system. Under it is the respiratory system. Okay, so if you are already in your books, okay, can you please repeat after me, class? Takes in oxygen from the air. We breathe.
Takes in oxygen from the air. We breathe.
And removes the carbon dioxide from our bodies.
And removes the carbon dioxide from our bodies.
Okay, very good. Okay, so that's it. That's the first paragraph in your books. So this is the function of the respiratory in our body. Okay, so this is the respiratory system from our nose to mouth, from our trachea to our lungs and diaphragm. Okay, so this is the respiratory system. The function or the main task of respiratory is to take oxygen from the air we breathe and remove the carbon dioxide from our body. Okay, so it is the process of inhaling and exhaling, taking oxygen or air and exhaling carbon dioxide from our body. So we will know today how that happens, okay? How it happens in our body. And we will talk about the important parts of each of our body that works together in the respiratory system, okay? And also, oxygen that we inhale is absorbed into our blood systems, okay? And we will find out later how it works. Okay, so if you can also highlight and underline in your books, everybody, you can highlight and underline. Okay, so let's see how it happens, okay? For example, if you are running, okay, this guy is running very fast. And after he ran, he felt very tired because he uses energy and he needs more oxygen. Okay, so after that, he will inhale a lot of air present. Okay, so first, take oxygen present in the air. So he will inhale. The air will now go through our nose. Okay, so that air passes through our nostril, has tiny hairs. So in our nose, there's tiny hairs inside, right? That hair helps us to abstract all the dust particles. Okay, sometimes there are dust in the air and our nose, the tiny hair in our nose help the dust, helps abstract or take away or to hold the dust particles so it won't go inside our body. Okay, so you can also take note in your books if you want, okay? So again, we take oxygen from our surrounding. It goes through our nose, and our nose, it has tiny hairs. It abstracts all the dust particles from the air. Okay. Next, in your books, it also says there that the lungs are big air sacs. They absorb gases from the air. Okay, so from the air we breathe from our nose, it will go through inside into our lungs. Okay, that's why it says they are big air sacs, because the air that we breathe, it goes through our lungs. But how does it happen? Okay, what process does it go through? Okay, let's see now how it happens. Okay, so from the air in our nose, like the air passes through our nose, it will go through the trachea. Okay, so the trachea is this one. Okay, trachea is this one. Okay, it is also called the windpipe. Okay, it filters the air that we inhale. Okay, so this trachea, it has branches. Okay, these branches, these are the branches of the trachea. It's called the bronchi. Okay, it's called the bronchi. So let's see again. Where does respiratory start? Where does air passes through first? Students, what part of our what facial part does air goes through when we inhale? Todd Sapon, can you help me?
Yes.
What do you call this? What is the answer?
Bronchi.
Nostril, okay. Our nose, when we inhale, the air passes through our nose, okay? So the air goes through our nostril. Okay, very good. Okay. So after the nostril, where does the air goes through? What do you call this? The windpipe. What do you call the windpipe? Everybody repeat after me. Trachea.
Trachea.
Okay, very good. So after in the nostril, the air will pass through the trachea. The trachea has branches. It's called the bronchi. Okay, so the trachea helps to filter the air that will go to the lungs. Okay, so in the bronchi, the branch of the trachea, the bronchi, it also has hairs. Okay, this one. Okay, it is called the cilia. It's called cilia. Okay, so this cilia, this tiny hair called cilia, it moves back and forth. Okay, also cleaning the air before it go through the lungs. Okay, so the bronchi, it has tiny hairs inside. Okay, it's also filtering any dust particles or germs that could harm our lungs. Okay, so the bronchi filters the air before it goes to the lungs. Okay, you can also take note in your books. So again, what does your respiratory system do? What is the main function of the respiratory system? Who can answer? Who can answer?
Take,
Again?
take in oxygen from the air we breathe and remove the carbon dioxide from our body.
Okay, very good. Takes in oxygen from the air we breathe and removes or take out carbon dioxide from our body. Good job. So that is the task or That's what respiratory system do. Okay, very good. Next, let's move on. It says that inhaling is breathing in and exhaling is breathing out. So when we take air from outside going to our body, it's called inhaling. Everybody inhale. You take the air to your body. And when you exhale, everybody exhale, you bring air out from your body, okay? Or you breathe out. Okay, so again, inhaling is breathing in and exhaling is breathing out. Okay, so from trachea, the air will go to the branches, which is called the bronchi. Then the bronchi will filters the air and it will go to the lungs. Okay, so our lungs, we have two lungs. Okay, one on the right side and on the left. Okay, so on the right side, it has 3 lobes. Okay, and on the left side, it has 2 lobes. Meaning, the right lung is bigger from the left side. Okay, because it is smaller in size because it gives space to the heart. So our heart is on the left side of the lungs. Okay, remember, our heart is on the left side of the lungs. Okay, and the right side of the lungs is bigger than the left. Okay, so again, what do you call when you are breathing in? What do you call when you are breathing in?
Inhaling.
Very good. What do you call when you are breathing out?
Exhaling.
Very good. And which side of the lungs is the heart? Where is it located? Is it on the right side or on the left side?
Left side of the lungs.
Very good. Okay, please remember, and you can also take note and write in your books, okay? Okay, let's move on, everybody. Okay, now let's move on to so remember, the air passes through the nostril, it goes down to the trachea and to the branches, which is called the bronchi. Now, once the air is already filtered, the bronchi will now carry the air to each lungs, one on the right and also on the left side. Okay, but can you see this one? Okay, this one is this one. Okay, when we maximize and look at closer, this is what we call the alveoli. Alveoli. Everybody, alveoli.
Alveoli.
Okay, so this one, okay, is called the alveoli. Okay, they are the small and spongy in the lungs. Okay, small and spongy air sacs. Okay, that's why the lungs are called air sacs because of the alveoli. Alveoli. Okay, it is the small spongy air sacs in the lungs. Okay, so what happens inside the alveoli? Let's read first. Some of the oxygen gets in the blood stream and carbon dioxide leaves the blood and goes the air. Okay, so look at this picture. Okay, this is the alveoli or alveoli. Okay, this is the air that's coming inside and also exchanges the air going throughout the body. Okay, can someone mute the, I think, yeah, 3235. Okay, again. Okay, let's repeat. Okay, so some of the oxygen gets in the bloodstream and carbon dioxide leaves the blood and goes to air. So that's when we breathe in, and when we breathe in, some of the oxygens gets into the bloodstream. And when we breathe out, the carbon dioxide leaves the blood and goes to the air. Okay? And that happens in the alveoli or alveoli. Okay, so the exchange of air that we breathe happens in the alveoli or alveoli. So inside these air sacs or the lungs is the alveoli. Okay, that's where the air exchange happens. The alveoli or alveoli is where the exchange of oxygen and carbon dioxide happens. So again, okay, let's permanently call this one alveoli. Okay, everybody again, alveoli.
Alveoli.
Okay, very good. So where does the air exchange happens again? Okay, where does the oxygen and carbon dioxide exchange? What part of the respiratory again?
Alveoli.
Okay, good job. Okay, alveoli, that's where the exchange of oxygen and carbon dioxide happen. Okay, very good, everybody. Okay, now let's move on to the lower part of the respiratory. This is what we call the diaphragm. Everybody repeat after me, diaphragm.
Diaphragm.
Okay.
Is
Diaphragm, very good. Okay, let's read together, everybody. The diaphragm is a muscle that controls the breathing. Again,
The diaphragm is a muscle that controls the breathing.
okay, very good. So as you can see in this GIF or moving picture, when we are breathing, like when, okay, let's do first the inhale. Okay, so when we are inhaling, you can see the diaphragm is contracting. Okay, contracting. And when we are exhaling, the diaphragm is expanding. Okay, again, when we are breathing in, the diaphragm is contracting, going down, contracting, inhaling. When we are exhaling, the diaphragm is expanding. Okay, so the diaphragm is a muscle. Okay, it controls our breathing. That's why it's moving. Okay, again, when we are breathing in, the diaphragm is contracting. When we are exhaling, our diaphragm is expanding. Okay, so this is what happens inside our lungs. Okay, in our respiratory when we are taking air and also breathing out carbon dioxide. Okay, and also biggest muscle in our chest cavity is the diaphragm. Okay, please take note or underline in your books, everybody. Okay, so in conclusion, our respiratory system helps your body take oxygen from air, and it is made up of your nose, mouth, trachea, lungs, and diaphragm. Okay, as you can see in the picture, the respiratory help us take air from the air, takes oxygen from the air. Okay, so from the air or oxygen, from the air, we take the oxygen, it goes through our nose, passes through our trachea, and passes through the lungs and diaphragm. Okay, the diaphragm helps our breathing. Okay, and then when we breathe out or exhale from the alveoli in the lungs, the carbon dioxide will go through the trachea and out from our mouth. Okay, So that's how the respiration happens in our body. Okay, any questions? Any questions, students? Okay, so again, what part of our body helps the respiratory system? What is involved? What part of our body involves in the respiratory system again? Okay, give me. What part of our body involves in the respiratory system? First is our
Nose.
nose. Then where the air will go after our nose? What do you call this?
Trachea.
Okay, then after trachea, where it will go?
Lungs.
Very good. Okay, and also what do you call this one? It helps us in breathing.
Diaphragm.
Okay, very good. And when we are breathing out, where does the air coming from? Where does the carbon dioxide coming from? What do you call this?
Lungs.
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 Then it will go to the, what do you call this?
Trachea.
And out to our
Mouth.
Mouth.
mouth. Okay, very good. That's how we breathe, okay? We breathe in, we are inhaling. We breathe out, we are exhaling. Okay, very good, everybody. Okay, let's see if we can answer this question. What leaves the blood and goes into the air? What do you call the air that's coming from our bloodstream out to the air? What do you call that? What do you call it? What is the answer? What leaves the blood and goes into the air? What do we breathe
Carbon.
out? Okay, carbon.
Carbon dioxide.
Okay, very good. What air do we breathe in?
Oxygen.
Oxygen.
Oxygen, very good. What air do we breathe out?
Carbon dioxide.
Okay, remember, okay? We breathe in oxygen and we breathe out or leaves from the blood is the carbon dioxide. Okay, very good, everybody. Now let's try to answer our summary, okay, for our respiratory system. Now we will use again the word wall. Okay, let's try to drag and drop each keyword next to its definition. Okay, so 3235, what's your name again? Number 3235, can you change your name into English? Okay, everybody, any students, those of you who has timing, please change your name into English so I know who is answering and I can give extra points, okay? Okay, now let's try. Can we have Tanapat? Can you answer number 1 for our summary? Okay, let's try to drag these pictures and see the description, okay?
Hello, teacher.
Yes? Who's that? Is that Yanapat? Okay, Yanapat, 3214. Can you answer? Which facial part of, which is the facial part of the respiratory system? Is it nose and mouth, trachea, carbon dioxide, lungs, or diaphragm? Facial part of the respiratory system. Facial part. What's in our face? Nose and mouth, trachea, carbon dioxide, lungs, or diaphragm? What is the answer? Yanapat, can you answer? Okay, who can answer?
I don't know, teacher.
Okay, someone can help Yanapat. What is the facial part of the respiratory system? We just talked about, right? What do we use when we inhale and we exhale? What do you call this? Is it nose and mouth? Trachea?
Nose and mouth, teacher.
Okay. This is the facial part, okay? Facial part of the respiratory system is nose and mouth. Okay, let's put nose and mouth. Okay, next. Muscle that controls breathing. What is the answer? Trachea, carbon dioxide, lungs, or diaphragm? Can you answer?
Diagram.
Okay, third support, answer diaphragm. Let's put diaphragm in the box. Okay. Now the third one, airway that leads from larynx to bronchi. Okay. Which part of the respiratory?
Trachea.
Trachea, airway that leads from larynx to bronchi is trachea. Then which is the big air sacs? What do you call the big air sacs? Is it carbon dioxide or lungs?
Lung.
Let's put lungs. Big air sacs is lungs. And the last one, leaves the blood and goes into the air. What do you call it?
Carbon dioxide.
Outside.
Okay, let's put carbon dioxide into the box. Okay, carbon dioxide. And let's see if it's all correct. Let's check. Let's submit. Correct, 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 correct. Okay, good job, everybody. Matayong 3, very good. Thank you so much for answering in our summary for today. Okay, now I will show you the activity for this topic. We will do it again in the live worksheets. Okay, I will share the screen. Okay, hold on. Okay, is there any questions, class? Is there any questions? Is there any questions for our respiratory?
Where is live sheet?
That's your question now. Okay, moment. Okay, I will send the link. Okay, hold on. Okay, so you know how to do the live worksheet. You will answer and put the check my answers. Hold on. For those of you who did not pass any live worksheet, please submit because I'm grading, putting grade in the live worksheet. Okay. Okay, wait a minute. Okay, so for your exercise, okay, wait a minute. How many minutes we have? Okay, we have 5 minutes. Moment. Okay, this one. I will share the screen. Okay, so this is your PBT number 3 class. Okay, so you just have to label the respiratory feature here, respiratory system. Okay, and you can also answer here, or never mind question number 2. Just answer this one. Okay, but if you can answer this, okay, it's okay also. But just answer this one. Okay, you get the right label from this box and put it in the blank. Okay, everybody, I will send you the link here in the Zoom. I will stop sharing. Okay, there you go. I already sent the link for the exercise in the live worksheet. Okay, did you see it? Okay, so everybody, just answer the section 1, but if you can answer section 2, it's okay also. All right? So thank you so much, everybody. Please open up your camera. Let's take a photo. Everybody, open up your camera. Okay, thank you so much, everybody. I'll see you again on our second meeting. Okay, answer the exercise and send to me in line. Thank you. Goodbye.
Thank you, teacher.
Thank you, teacher.
Thank you, teacher.
Thank you, teacher.